All right, my friends, welcome back to Frog Boy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today we got to talk about like society in general. Like this is getting out of line. I've been sitting here for the last little while. I guess they tried to assassinate Trump at a rally today. Two people were actually injured. One of them might be deceased. I mean, we don't know. They obviously took out the shooter. This is freaking. This is getting crazy. This is getting crazy. I mean, I know that there's been like other stuff like this that's happened in the past, like with President Reagan and all of these, like JFK, obviously, stuff like that. Why all of a sudden, like I don't get it that it doesn't make any sense to me that like just what's going on in society in general. Like it doesn't at least from the standpoint of social media it seems wild. I mean, you look at like one side, and I've been reading like a bunch of tweets today on this. And this is, I'm making this video is because like we are so divided as a country right now, at least in terms of social media, because I don't hear this kind of stuff at all. I mean, I do live in a red state. Most people are probably, for President Trump, but actually I live in a red state where Mitt Romney is our senator. So I don't know. I mean, our governor said he's not voting for Trump. So I'm like, but it's crazy that I don't hear the hate and anger as much in my everyday life as I do when it comes to like social media. And seeing as I'm a social media influencer or whatever, I see a lot more of this because I'm constantly on social media. I have a comment section. I read things. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't say I'm like super political or anything like that, but I am to a point where it's like I just want good leadership in our country. You can't tell me that with all these people that have been there for 50 plus years, like Joe Biden in government, that we have the issues that we have today. Like it doesn't make any sense. We pay more money in taxes than any country on the planet. We have the biggest funded military on the planet, and you're trying to tell me that like places like Russia are invading Ukraine, the whole thing with Jerusalem and Gaza, like why are these things even happening? How are these things even happening? Seriously, it doesn't make any sense. How are people freaking starving? Like obviously if they wanted to fix these problems, at least in my mind, we have this. I mean, seriously, I think the human race is more educated and more advanced than they've ever been on the freaking in the history of this planet. Seriously. I mean, like think about it. We can literally talk to people on a phone. We can get in a car. We can drive around. We could fly in airplanes. We can go to freaking space. But we can't solve world hunger. We can't get. I mean, like I've started the carnivore diet, almost a year ago, and I feel absolutely incredible. And you're trying to tell me that like we can't figure out a good nutrition for human beings on this planet where there's not any controversy. Like we can't come to an agreement that like, look, this is the real deal. If you want to be an optimized healthy human, this is the food you eat. But it's not like that. We literally get told to eat carbs and all kinds of stuff that literally, guys, if I went and ate a sandwich right now, I would feel terrible. Like my body would just feel horrible. Um, Trust me, I know this because I mean, like I tried it early on, but I mean, I still eat like some stuff every once in a while, and when I do, I just kind of feel sick, But we're at a point in society right now where like there's so many freaking people on the planet, like 7 billion. You've got rich people that are like, oh yeah, we need to do population control and all kinds of stuff like that. Think about that. Think about who they're talking about. They're not talking about like other rich people. They're talking about you and me, man. They're talking about getting rid of us. They want to get rid of cows, and they want to institute like fake genetically modified meat, and they want to like I don't know, man. Things are starting to get very crazy, and there's a lot of money going to the top that these guys are who's making the rules, and and I kind of do feel that Trump is like one of the like regular people, and he's like, wait a minute, dude, I don't like where things are going. Obviously, he's a rich guy. He's been president already. He's had like information or privy to information. You got people like Mark Zuckerberg building underground freaking houses that they could survive like nuclear blasts and stuff like that. The average person doesn't have that money. Like we would literally be here to fend for ourselves. I don't know, guys. It feels like there's a lot of there's a lot of propaganda going around right now on both sides. I'm not just singling out like the Democrats or anything like that, because I know for a fact there are good Democrat people that we have a lot of, that I have a lot of stuff in common with. Just like there's a lot of Republicans that I clearly don't have anything in common with, but I do have some stuff in common with them. I would consider myself more of an independent type of person. Um, but this is crazy, guys. Like this is crazy. Like how on earth do we keep electing politicians that encourage violence, that encourage stuff like this, that literally tell us to get in each other's faces and scream at each other until they understand our point? I mean, seriously, guys, I'm pretty sure that we all learned how to communicate. There's got to be a better way. There's got to be a better way. Uh, there has to be a better way. We need to stop electing these people. We need to get rid of them. We literally need to clean house, get rid of every single one of them, and start over. They need to have term limits for both all houses of Congress. Um, the even the Supreme Court seems polarized. Seems political. Um, either way, it seems political. It's almost like everything is just running by these everything's ran by these ideologues, these people that think they know what's best for everybody, when we're supposed to live in a free country, electing people that are supposed to go to work for us to protect our nation, to protect our borders, to enact sensible, favorable laws that are enacted by and for the people that live in this country, that are fair, that are that not only protect people but also ensure that there's a good amount of justice. Equal justice under the law is something that, like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't feel like that is the case in the United States anymore. I don't feel like these people are actually working for us. I feel like, seriously, when was the last time they actually fixed a freaking problem? Our country's $34 trillion in debt. We, we get bombarded with this stuff all the time, all the time, all the time on social media. And, after seeing the events of what happened today, without trying to jump to conclusions or anything like that, I'm just trying to go off of the facts of what I've heard. You've got people saying that this was that this is fake, like this was I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, to read some of the comments on social media right now and listen to the way my fellow Americans would talk about any other fellow American. Like, this is crazy, guys. We are so divided. Our country is so broken right now that until we all stop, like literally stop, and really like think about the shit we say that's coming out of our mouths, I don't think things are going to get any better. Like, this is only going to get worse, a lot worse. And I have young kids. You probably have young kids. We're all trying to raise our young kids in this society where things are just coming apart at the seams. It seems like when you're on social media, and it's easy to distance yourself, because earlier in this video, when I was talking about, like, I don't see this in my everyday life, it's easy to kind of just like, oh well, it's not really that bad, depending on where you're at. You know what I mean? Like, it's easy to be oblivious to this stuff. It's easy to be naive. It's easy to not pay attention. And you get all riled up, when you get on like these platforms like Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and everywhere else, and when you just get all this information, and these algorithms just keep feeding you this stuff. They feed you stuff that you like, and then they feed you stuff that's completely contradictory and controversial to your beliefs, so that you are either happy or enraged the whole time you're on freaking social media. It's insane how you can't tell me that there's not like some some uh some way of trying to like control people's thoughts and control the way people do things. And it's crazy, man. It's crazy. And I'm a deep thinker. I think about this stuff, not a lot, but I do. Like when something like this happens, I go into this little mode where I think about this stuff, and I just start thinking and thinking and overthinking everything. And I don't know, man. I really hope that this country can heal. I really hope that the world can heal, because I feel like we're so divided, when I feel like if we were all to come together, we could be so much better as a race, as the human race. Like, we could be significantly better than we are right now. There's just too many forces that are trying to pull us in different directions, that are keeping us from reaching our true human potential, which I think after all the advancements that we've made in the last just 50 years, could you imagine if we all, not like minded, but if we all had the same opportunities and the same freedoms to like really go out there and like invent things. Obviously there's inventions that are made every single day that our government, classifies and stuff like that, to take away that knowledge, or to make things better. uh, it's just crazy. And I bet if you really dig deep into a lot of this stuff, you'd probably find out that there are forces out there that are trying to keep us just going through the motions every day instead of actually moving forward. Yeah, this is crazy. I'm pretty sure there's tech out there that select people have access to, that is significantly better than what we have. So, all right, my friends, this is crazy. I can't believe this happened today. Um, I don't know what else to say, but if you're a like-minded individual and you just want peace on both sides, because I know people on both sides, and I don't have anything against those people, but at the same time, it's like, how can we how is it that we let these stupid politicians guide us the way they do? Like, how do we keep falling for this nonsense every single time? Seriously, how I would like to think that we're smarter than this. We all pretend we're smarter than this online and everything, but then here we are, man, fighting for freaking old guys that are like we're fighting for NVIDIA versus AMD, or PlayStation versus Xbox. Like, we're literally, like, these guys are absolute garbage. They talk out their mouth, and they do not do anything they say they're going to do. You're trying to tell me we can't figure out we can't figure out the main problems in our country. LOL. Like, yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy. I think it's designed to keep us the way we are. So, all right, guys, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.